Where do I want to start? It's my first time here. Glad to be here. Hadn't been to Birmingham before. So just being here is an honor to be here among you all. And to see you all have a school and have a place of worship where we come in here and do the work of the Lord, it's an honor because what we see is that we have people that's committed to the Most High. And they understand what it is to repent. They understand what it takes to go out there and help raise up our people. So y'all have a good understanding of what y'all are in here for. So to have y'all in here and be a part of what the Most High is doing, I would say to you that the leadership, our bishops, and the deacons, and the captains are very grateful for the work that you all are doing. And if they were here, they would say the same things. And we just want to continue to come down here and help y'all do the work and encourage y'all in the work that you all are doing. Now, when you look at a leadership table, one of the things you may see, and I want you to know that when you do it, we're here to serve y'all. Y'all are not here to serve us. It's nice for that they ask us what we like to drink or what we might want to eat. That's nice. But the service is to you. So we're here to serve you all. And I want y'all to understand that, is that, because we're going to talk a little bit about that. And so I want to talk a little bit today about congregational helps. The work that we do and the work that go forward. There's always work to do in Israel. It is, y'all. It is. And so a lot of times when you come into the door, oftentimes you've been here for a few months and you want to do something. You eagerly say, listen, I've been following the scripts and I'm understanding a little bit. I want to do something. But what we want you to do mainly is to come in here and get yourself built up and learn. There's men that have responsibilities, already have chores and things that they are allocated to help us do the work. So what we want you to do is, like you and your wife coming here for an example, is that y'all both learn and come in here and take on the mindset to come in here and want to understand what it is how to walk in righteousness. Give me that in Luke chapter 1. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Who's reading?
We got to read.
I am. Okay.
Okay, where you at? Let me see.
Luke chapter 1, verse 6.
Yes, sir, that's what I want.
Luke chapter 1 and verse 6. And they were both righteous before God.
So when we come in here and we come in here to serve the Most High, we come in here to labor. We come in here to labor in righteousness. We're not coming in here to labor to try to get shine. We're not coming in here, I don't know the word they use. Clap. Yeah, there it is. What's that? That clap. We're not in here to do that. That's not the work that we're doing. The work that we're doing, I tell you what, let me have the work that we're doing. Give me that in John 15. We're coming back to that. I got you. Take me to John 15 and pick it up at verse 13 for me. We're going to come back to that. This is the work that we do.
John chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
And that's what you have. The men that's helping us to do the work, that's pushing out this gospel. You don't know how much somebody loves you when they sit there and they put their life on the line. You don't know that. You sitting there talking about this person is handling me some type of way, or he's talking to me roughly or something of that mindset. But this person is committed to putting their life on the line for you. We don't have that kind of love. We got some parents who want to lay their life down for us. Don't fool yourself. They'll cry with you for a few days and keep it moving. Read that part again.
Greater love hath no man than this.
See, when you sit there and begin to labor, you sit there and begin to put yourself out front, and you taking you in the line of fire for other people. This is real love. Read on.
That a man laid down his life for his friend.
It may cost him his life. And then you sitting there struggling with leadership. Then you sitting there and stuff like that, don't want to fix me a good sandwich. Struggling with stuff like that. You gotta be kidding me. So let's go back where we were to back in the book of Luke.
Luke chapter 1 verse 6. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments.
And that's what we want to do. We want to be righteous in here and keeping God's commandments. That's what we need to do. If they can't accept that, then you give them all you can do. You helping in alms, you helping in the work, you doing what you're supposed to do. Is that all of it?
And ordinances of the Lord blameless.
And that's what we want to do. We want to be blameless. They can't get on you when you're doing all you're trying to do. What they're going to say to you, you ain't giving enough, you need to give more, you doing what you can do. You just need somebody to help you do what it is that you're trying to get done. Need a spirit of unity beside you. Need somebody like-minded with you. Need somebody being faithful to you and helping you do this work. So, let's go to the lesson. Talking about congregational helps, right? So, when you come in, we're in the body. You know, there again, I was touching on that. I do kind of want to go back to that. That we're in here to serve you all. Get it twisted. Yeah, y'all here to help us. We thank y'all for the things that you do. We do. We honestly do. But we're here to serve y'all and help y'all. That's why when somebody is laying down their life for you, you shouldn't be sitting there giving them a hard time. Don't make no sense. They looking out for you. Be patient with them. You like, okay, they know what's best for me. I understand why they told me not to do that. It makes sense now. Try to learn. Try to grow. Try to humble down. So, also, give me, let's go into the book of Sirach. Chapter 4. And we're talking about congregational help. Can the IT department give me the word congregational or congregation, and I want the word help? I need some definition. Black and slow. An assembly of persons brought together for what? A common religious worship is one of these. That's the congregation. So we are assembling in here together. We have a common faith, right? Keeping God's commandments. That's our purpose. That's what we're here for. It goes on to say the act of congregating or the state of being congregated. Okay? The people of Israel, they even got a precept there. 12:3. And the New Testament is the Christian church in general. It did. So the point I want you to know is that it's for us, it's a gathering, okay? That's what it is. For us, it's a assembly. That's what we're doing. It's like-minded people come together doing the will of the Most High. Now, give me the word help. Just help, H-E-L-P. I want that word help. Help me. Help. So what we in, I'm talking about congregational helps. So what we in here to do is to assemble, and we also need the help, and that's to give and provide what is necessary to accomplish the task, or what it is that the nation of Israel needs. And to be able to contribute in that. It's not always alms. Okay. If, for an example, you have a trade, right? You have some skills. So I was talking with the officer. He was telling me about some of the skills he had. Blew my mind like, yo, man, I didn't even know you did that. He showed me some stuff that he made. I'm like, man, that is some vast stuff. And if you have something that you can offer the congregation, that you can provide, and you have something that you can do or help us build something, help us to build what it is that we need. We need your help. We can't do this without you. If you had a talent to build something, build a thing. Hello? You know how to use a hammer. You know how to measure. You know how to build a table. And if we need something built for the IT department, let's help them. If we need something for the security department, let's help them. You the one got the talent. Most High gave you the gift. It is to what? To help is to give, provide what is necessary. You think we got some stuff in here that's necessary, that we need? We got some tasks in here too. We got some needs up in here too. And we need y'all to contribute. We need your help, Israel. We can't do it without you. So, Lord's will, I get a chance. I want to speak to some of you brothers. See what you do. You know, you might have a gift or a talent. Some of you brothers might can sing. Some of you sisters might can sing. Oh, praise it for that. We're going to buy you a CD. Right now. We need somebody with some nails and hammers. Oh, we need. So, don't get it. You have a gift or talent here. Bring that gift and let it be a help. That's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about congregational help. We need that thing. So, go ahead, I'm ready. Read verse 1. We'll start verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 1. My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long.
Right, because if there's something that what we're trying to get done, and you know you're supposed to help, but why are you sitting over there? Because I'm not looking at it as one person, I'm looking at it as a whole nation. We all need the help. Why are you making us wait long, and you got the talent to help us? Why are you making us wait? You know we need your help. What must we do? Keep asking you? No. Don't get it twisted. If you won't help us, Most High send somebody here that will help us. You can be sure of that. Read on.
Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress.
We are already having a hard time. You should be wanting to make things a lot easier for us. We are already catching it. But what you do for the body, the help that we need you to do, we need you to come and help us out. We need that thing. We are already stressing on some levels. But yet, we're abiding and trusting in the Most High too. You know that's true. We praying. Oh yes, we praying. We talking to the Father about these things. And He will provide and make a way for the body. Hold that. Get me now, Sirach 29 and 9. You're going to jump a little bit. It's okay. Sirach 29 and 9.
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 29 and verse 9. Help the poor for the commandment's sake.
Right. We're commanded to help one another. We're commanded for that thing. And it says here that the law said, help the poor for the what? For the commandments. For the commandment's sake. It's right to do right by your brother. It's right to do right by the congregation. It's right for the sister to do right by the other sister. We're commanded for the gospel's sake. For the purpose we said that we want to enter into the kingdom. That we want to make it in. Those are the things that you're going to be counted for. Those are the things that's going to follow you. And we read further on down, when we see that you don't do those things, then you're not helping. Then even some cases when you need the Most High to show you favor, maybe favor won't be shown to you. But if you do right, you can receive the favor of the Most High. Read that from the top again.
Help the poor for the commandment's sake.
The nation of Israel need our help. We're the saviors. We're the help today. We're the one that's doing the labor. Read on.
And turn him not away because of his poverty.
And you know that we're struggling. We ain't got everything that we need. So why would you not help? Why would you struggle in that department? Well, you know, I get to it. You know, I ain't seen about nothing. Well, if you tell us what you need, we'll get it. We'll get it for you can build it. It say what? Don't turn him away. Read that part again. In the bottom part. And what? And
turn him not away because of his poverty.
Because he's lacking. Because he's in a little distress. Because there's something that the saints need. Don't turn him away. Help do the work. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend.
It said, lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend. If somebody don't do right by you, and it was an episode, so you got it worked out. You didn't have to apply Matthew 18 or nothing. You got it worked out. But there come a time that person may need something. Is your spirit right enough to help them? Is your mind right enough to help them, or you still sick? Are you still sick? That's what I'm going to say, yeah. Because you ain't healed enough to help them. Because you got something that's, you thinking, I remember what they done to me. You still walk around playing payback. Read on.
And let it not rust under a stone to be lost.
But you holding on to it, you can help us, but then you don't have the work get done. And don't profit nobody. Read verse 11.
Verse 11. Lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High.
Now, when we come in here and we do what's asked of us, now we are commanded to do things. And there are things that we must do. So now, it's talking about now it's your treasure to you. It's something that you want. It's something that you should desire. And this treasure is something that it says that you should lay it up, but it should be according to the commandments of the Most High. So, what it is that I should be doing, that I should lay up according to the Most High. It says it right there. It's a treasure. It's something that you deem very important. Hold that also. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6 and 19. Let them get it. Y'all brothers follow along? Okay. Okay, brothers. That you have to follow along. You have to, that's what this is. We learn. All praises. You ready, officer?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
So what happens a lot of times, we had just read earlier, and it was saying that, loose thy money for thy brother and thy friend's sake. And let it not be up on the stone that it be lost, that it don't profit nobody. You end up you trying to put it invested in something, you end up losing it anyway. Read that from the top again.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth.
So what it is that you put your stuff before the work of the Most High. But I thought you was in here trying to help us do the work. I see you wearing your fringes. It could be something like the sisters may need another sister that's in the rotation in the kitchen. And you got food in the freezer, you ain't even cooked so long, the ice all on it. Ain't doing you no good. But maybe you came and helped out the kitchen, brought someone to the school. It wouldn't have rusted away. Somebody got to throw it out the chicken bag. It ought to be. Congregational helps. We need them. Read on.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Because why? You holding on to your items, you holding on to the thoughts in your head that I got to look out for myself. Don't you know if you put the Most High first, He'll bless you? I'm telling you. This is not asking nobody to say, hey, put that money in that basket over there. Yeah, you put that money, and God gonna bless you. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about just works. We're talking about come over here, help us build something. Help us to lay a foundation on something. Help us construct something. Help us in the kitchen. We're not asking nothing else. We're not trying to come after you like that. That's not how we're rolling. Go ahead, officer.
Yeah.
Okay, all praise. Yeah, we ain't asking for your money now. We ain't doing no bending hands and stuff about put something in the bucket, you're going to be blessed tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that now. I just want to put that out there.
Absolutely. So Is that 19? Read 22.
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
That's what he was talking about when we was reading in the book of Sirach. That's what it was saying, lay up for yourself treasures according to the commandments of the Most High. Your treasures should be, read that from the top again, 20.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
That's what you want to do. All the work that you're doing is to help you enter into the kingdom of heaven. I'm telling you, this is real talk. This place is coming to an end. Where we going? This stuff we see out there, it ain't gonna be happening. Ain't none of that. I'm telling you. That's why you want to go ahead and debunk yourself. You want to delete that stuff out of your head. You want to start downloading all that ugly stuff, getting it out of your spirit. I'm telling you, don't make no sense. Sure, we have aspirations. I get that point. Why stop saying that? But when it comes to doing the will of the Most High, we have to put Him first in all our doings. It's vital. You ought to be the best wife you can be. And you brothers, we need to be the best leaders we can be. Have you read all that also?
No, sir. Still some more.
Okay.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Is that verse 20?
Verse 20. Yes, sir.
Okay, all praise. So it said that we have to lay up for ourselves our treasures in heaven, and according to the commandments of the Most High. It's in heaven, 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 heaven. That's what we're trying to get to. Don't lose that thought. Then you get this wrong, be looking around and stuff. Don't start there. But get your mindset on. Listen, I got maybe, I don't know how long it'll be for the Lord to get back here. Lord, we don't know when the Lord gonna come. I'm just looking up for the Lord. You gotta be worried about what the Lord is doing. Get your mind on the things of the Most High and not the things of this earth. I'm telling you, you don't want that thing. Well, I got a life to live. I got a life. Yeah, okay, that's right. But let that life be of the Lord's work. You in here. Let's go back to Sirach 29. And let's read 11 and 12 again this time.
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 29 and verse 11. Lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High.
Read.
And it shall bring thee more profit than gold.
That's the matter. So when you do the will of the Most High, now here comes the profit for you. Now He's getting ready to bless you. Read.
Shut up alms in thy storehouses.
Now you are able to shut up alms in all the storehouses. I'm giving to the Booster Club. I'm able to give to the men, MOV. I'm going to give alms to the sanctuary. Now you'll be able to shut up alms in the storehouses. It's got an S on there.
Kids ministry.
I'm going to help the kids. That's how it works. But this is what we do. This is what we do. Is it Matthew 23 and 11 what I want?
Yes, sir.
That's what I want? Okay. We have to get out of our own mind. Want me to tell you why? Because your mind ain't right.
Right.
You ain't right, brother. I'm tell you. Sisters, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. I think the law would say, tell yourself to shut up. I'm telling you, he right. More crazy thoughts you be getting. I ain't fixing nothing to eat. Devil. Straight devil. Your God is spirit. You gone. He walk around the house with 5 incense. Waving the incense. trying to follow you around, see where you're going. Trying to get the devils out of there. It don't make no sense. We ain't got time for that. Really don't. I want Luke 12 and 15. That's what I'm trying to find. We're going to get back to that. When I say Luke 12, let me get it with you first. That's what I want?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get it with you. All right, that's what I want. Yeah, 12 and 15.
Luke chapter 12 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesses.
So that's why I also said that, what should a man profit to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What good are those things that you have if you don't do right by them? They don't do you no good. They had an extra chicken in there and you didn't bring it to the school and it ended up freezing and you had to throw it away. Don't make sense. Just don't add up. It don't make no sense to have a talent, something you can do to help us build something here, then you won't come in and help us build it. It don't make sense. What good is the gift to you? Okay. Read on.
Verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully.
So you can have a lot. You can have a lot. You can attain a lot. You can. You just have to make sure your mind is right. It should have a purpose. That's what that's Matthew 16:19. It's the same thing. He had a lot. 19, okay. But he didn't want to help us. He didn't want to help his people.
It was his burden.
Yeah, that was the thing that took him. Yes, that was the thing that took him out. When you come in here, I was talking with an officer earlier. I said, officer, I said, you go out. I said, you labor, you do the work. I said, but one of the things you want to make sure you do, that when you come out, I said, make sure that you really have a care for your people. And I said that care become a love. I think I said a love first. But I said you want to have a love for your people. But you have to actually care about what it is that you're doing to bring forth the fruit of love for somebody. And so I was telling him, you want to do that. Then when you begin to do that, you'll go out there. And that's what it is, that how a man will lay down his life for a friend. He'll lay down his life for him because he loves him. He loves him, he loves himself, but he loves his brother too. And he's willing to stand in a place that it may cause him harm, but he loved that person even more. For us that's married to our wives, that's the same spirit we got to have on us for our wives, that we're willing to do the same thing for them. Oh, you don't think like that, do you? You talking about the one don't make me no sandwiches? Yeah, that one. That don't make me no sandwiches. You still have to have a love for your people. It don't let you off the hook because they don't do right by you. Yeah, go right ahead.
Get for exactly what you're saying, Cap, to prove what you're saying. Philippians 2 and 2. Exactly what Cap is saying. You gotta have a love for your people. You can't be about yourself. You're saying the same like you brought out about the money. Yeah, if you got plenty of money, and what good is it if you're not helping your people and it's just sitting and rusting away? You might as well be investing in your people, which is investing bricks for the kingdom. Get Philippians 2 and 2.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 2. Fulfill ye my joy.
This is fulfill ye my joy, the Lord's. Read.
That ye be like-minded.
That you be like-minded.
Having the same love.
You got to have the same love.
Being of one accord.
Being of one accord, I mean y'all got to be able to roll together. Your scriptures, the laws, is to govern us on how to deal with each other on one accord. Come on.
Of one mind.
Go ahead.
Let nothing be done through strife.
Let nothing be done through strife. Don't do that just to be strifing with a sister. Don't just get on the kitchen team just to be strifing with a sister. Trying to get one up on a sister. That's called emulation. Then you out the spirit then. Make sure if you're doing something, you're doing it according to the spirit. Same thing with your brothers. Make sure you're doing it according to the spirit. Read.
Or vainglory.
Don't do nothing for vainglory. Just want to be seen. You want to be seen, you want to be heard. Now you want to be a part of the ministry because now you want to be seen. Go ahead.
But in lowliness of mind.
This is what I want to get to. Go ahead.
Let each esteem other better than themselves.
Exactly what Cap was bringing out. Let what?
Each esteem other better than themselves.
So you got to be able to esteem others better than yourself. You can't be self-centered in this truth. If you self-centered, then you're not being a servant. You can't. If you self-centered, how can you serve the people? You try to serve yourself and your belly. Go ahead.
Let not every man on his own, look not on every man his own things,
Look not every man on his own thing, what he got going on, but what?
but every man also on the things of others.
But every man on the things of others. So that was the point Cap making as well. Go ahead, Cap.
All praise, exactly. And I'm telling you, based on what the officer is saying, is that, examine yourself, check yourself. No, we in here we need each other. So basically, we're just talking about what it is that we can do, not only help one another, but help us to be better people. Meaning, better Israelites, help us be better at repenting. Not taking everything so personally or get pulled out of the spirit over much or nothing. Because the fact of the matter is, we all are sick and we need to be healed. So because you're good at one thing, somebody might not be as good as you, that'll make you more healthier. It's just something you might be good as a person at, because they can come up in that area. I can begin to repent and get myself better. So I won't stay there. I become healthier at that point. But I'm just saying, sisters and brothers, let's be mindful. We're here there again. Early on, I said again, we're here to serve y'all. This is what we want to do. We want to let y'all know that we want y'all to help us to do this work. And we're counting on y'all. And it's established work. We can see. I can actually physically see that there's been work going on down here in Birmingham, where the saints are. And just like when Paul would go to a church of Colossians, he would go where the saints were, our people was there. Or in the city of Ephesians, our people was there. And that's what we down here in Birmingham, our people are down here. And we're down here to help our people. And we're here to serve, we are. And so we want to know and find out how things are going with you all. We sincerely care. We're not down here playing. We're not driving across the country, our elders are on the other side of the earth. We're not out there playing. That's not the kind of work you people are not playing. This is not playing church. We are the church. And so I'm telling you, be faithful at what we ask and try to guide you in. Don't think it evil or nothing like that. We're here to help y'all to do what it is that the body needs down here. And when we came through, came into Alabama, kind of took us through downtown. We came to downtown, nestled around and came around, and I knew I was at home because I seen the condition of my people. I knew then, I said, this is home. Because I could see struggles, I could see hard times. It ain't actually written, but you can see it. Okay, awesome. Are we finished with that?
Well, Luke again, Luke 12.
Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, Luke 12. Yes, sir. Read 16 again.
Luke chapter 12, verse 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits.
Now, you see this brother right here. You see what he said? It's all about me. It's about me. I'm telling you right now. I got it going on. Y'all just hate us. Just hate us. Straight haters. Look at you. Mad because you ain't got what I got. Just hate for no reason. He thought within himself, not giving it to the Lord, saying, Lord, what should I do? Lord, help me. What can I do to help you do what I need, what you would have me to do? It was all about him. Read on.
And he said, this will I do.
This is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I done figured it out. I got it now. I'm running this show. Read on.
I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Read.
And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Read 21.
So is he that layeth up treasure for himself.
That's the same thing we was talking about earlier. Which treasure are you going to bear up? Or better yet, which help are you going to help? Are you going to help you, or are you going to help us? One is going to bring forth life, and one is going to bring forth death. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 4, if you don't mind. Let's go back.
The book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 4.
So don't forget the thought that Israel have needs. Don't forget the thought that the saints in Birmingham don't have needs. They do. Read on.
And verse 3. Add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need.
He and she, the church, us, the saints, we already have needs. We already have things and if you can help, I'm trying to go that way, but it's like it's a block because it don't make no sense. When you have a talent, it's like a sister can sing. You say, sister, hey, it's feast night. Let's get it in. This is a feast night, sis. What you sing for? I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing. Everybody in the building knows she can sing. But she won't even pick up the mic. Come on, sis, sing with us tonight. No, I don't want to sing. Give somebody else that want to join the feast night. Don't get somebody else that voice. Because she ain't trying to use it. What good is it? Read on.
Verse 4. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted.
Don't just let what you see, you're going to reject it. It said earlier in I think it was 29, you see the man is needy. His hand, it said, we read it something where it was talking about it too. It was saying the same thing. Don't reject nobody. They already asked you to help them. Why would you reject them?
Verse 29 and 9.
That's what it was. Read on.
Neither turn away thy face from a poor man.
Read.
Turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee.
Lord have mercy. Look at that. He know he could have helped. He not only he got the money, he just told me he had the extra money. And then I asked him, bro, can you help me out? He said, I ain't got to give. That doggone nigga. Woo! Because you could be thinking that, and how you get tried sometimes, it's like you might have had a little trial with a person in the body. You know what I mean? You had a little trial with that person. But then you think, yeah, I got his ass. See that? Now you need me. See, I'm telling you, now you're talking to yourself, you're telling yourself, see, I didn't give him nothing either. He betrayed. Hey, it's in the church, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's in the church. All right, so that's what it is. So you don't need to be avenging nobody. You don't need to be trying to do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I want to go there, but I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to. Let's get Sirach 3. Let me see. Is it 3 and 30? Go up in the chapter before that. 3 and 30.
Sir. Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 30. Water will quench a flaming fire, and alms maketh an atonement for sins.
So your helping and you giving can atone you. Like your alms will atone for your sins. You're going to do wrong, right? You never done nothing wrong, but let's say that you done something wrong. Okay, you do something wrong. You come short, right? You do something. You'll go to the Lord, because you said, well, the Lord knows. So you go to him and say, Lord, I done wrong. Will you forgive me? But here he says, read that bottom part again.
and alms maketh an atonement for sins.
So now, if you want to be atoned for that transgression, right? You want to be atoned for it. This is an opportunity to help. Here's the point.
And he that requited good turns, is mindful of that which may come hereafter. And when he falleth, he shall find a stay.
Okay, so that's something I want. Give me Sirach. No. Go back that same chapter. Now go to verse 18. That's what I want.
Verse 18.
Hold. Let me look with you. Hold. I tell you what I want. I want 15, and then I want you to go down to 18. Give me 15. That's what I want.
In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered.
You remember? You remember the transgression you had? You remember the sin? Now you want that atonement. Now you've been afflicted. Read it from the top again. In that day of thine affliction.
In the day of thine affliction, thy sins also. In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered.
It wasn't forgotten what you did wrong. It wasn't forgotten. Here's the point. Read on.
Thy sins also shall melt away.
Now they're going to be forgiven. Now they're gone. Read on.
As the ice and the fair warm weather.
Now, it was some ice down on this end down here a couple of months ago, down there in Texas a couple of weeks ago, something like that. It's pretty bad ice down here. I know these folks glad to see that ice got gone. I'm telling you, we was hearing some of the stories. It was rough. And that's how your sins can go away, just like that too. Go down to verse 18.
Verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord.
And so even when we're put in positions like what we are, and this work that we're here to do is to make sure that we are bringing service and that we're aiding and supporting you all. And if we have, in the work that we've done, it said that we have to be more humble and that thou shalt find favor before the Lord. And what we want to see, or should want to see, is that we see that you all are growing, y'all are understanding, y'all are having to do the work, you're being faithful, you're understanding those things. And that is something that the work that we're doing, that we're humble about it, and that we're here to serve y'all, that we can find favor from the Lord, being service ourselves. But we want to be wise in how we do things. We do. We don't want to do things. We don't want to be reckless or careless. And here's the point. Sirach 10:21.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 10, verse 21. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority.
So the fear of the Lord are those that it says when we was reading it a while ago. I don't want you to forget the thought. It said, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. So us up here is that we're in a place of service.
Right.
So being in that place, that we should be more humble. So let's go back to where we were in verse 21. Because while we have the fear of the Lord, read that.
The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority.
So if you have that authority, if you have a place where you esteem that, it says what? Read.
But roughness and pride is the losing thereof.
And when we don't deal with y'all right, the roughness, and we don't handle y'all right as we should, it says that, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof. That's what we don't want to do. That's what we're making sure that we don't do. Because why? The fear of the Lord is upon us. And it goes before obtaining of authority. And that's why sometimes when you deal with brothers and stuff and you're dealing with them and you want to see how they're able to handle the body and the saints, making sure they They're not easily tempered and moved in their feelings and being emotional. Keyword, emotional. You don't want to be that brother, because people are going to come to you with emotional problems. You can't be emotional. Now, everybody's emotional.
Everybody crying.
Yeah. You know you're sick, brother. So, to have that authority, we're here to make sure that we don't find ourselves being rough with y'all in any kind of way and getting ourselves all high-minded, and then that's when it comes to the place of losing thereof. Let's get some more there. Let's get Sirach chapter 33, 29.
The book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 29. But be not excessive toward any.
It says what now?
But be not excessive toward any.
It said, but be not excessive toward any. And what?
And without discretion, do nothing.
And then you don't even, when you have matters and you're dealing with them, don't find yourself being excessive toward any. You don't want to do that. You want to hear the whole matter. And it goes without discretion, do nothing. Make sure you understand what it is that's going on before you make any judgment or have you handle people. For an example, somebody could be, I'm taking this into a place where we're dealing with people and they may need aid or support. And you're aiding and supporting somebody, and the church is going to do something or trying to help a family do something. I want to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. They want us to help them, but they down there playing that little game down there and pulling that little arm on that machine.
Ching ching.
Let's go back to Sirach 4 again. Back to Sirach chapter 4.
The book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 4.
And pick it up at verse 7.
Verse 7. Get thyself the love of the congregation.
And in doing that, when you in here, it ain't because, they come in here and give you gifts or they come in here and stuff like that. They doing something for you and you say, oh, they just love me. Oh, that ain't what that's talking about. Those that love you are those that you have to get on sometime, that you help lead them in the right direction, that you guide them in the right direction, that you may have to correct them, and they come back and say, I see what you're talking about. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's getting the love of the congregation. It's not what, it's like they may not like it, but if you love them and you tell them the truth, you tell them, thus says the Lord, you deal with them justly, according to line upon line, precept upon precept, they should love you because they tell you the truth. I love my leadership. I have no problem with that. I have no problem. I know they love me because I know they tell me the truth.
They watch for your soul.
They watch for your soul. They watch for your spirit.
That's getting the love of the congregation. Because people gonna do stuff ain't right. You got to correct them. And then look, I don't even want to go there. But I'm just saying that, you got to say, hey, you got the spirit, sis, whatever, talk to her, something's wrong, in the kitchen, you want to be like this, somebody, whatever the case may be. I'm just using an example, but the matter get fixed. The sister say, okay, I got it. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. And then as she grows, one day you might be talking with her, she say, back here, when that thing happened in the kitchen, yeah. She's like, listen, I am so past that. I would say all praises, sister. See that growth? And you was about to, about to fall out, take a little pot and pan, go home over there. Yeah, I was, we're laughing about something to laugh about. But that's getting the love of the congregation. Read on.
Get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man.
And that we have, and I want to make sure I connect the dots. And we have great leadership. We do. We have great leadership. We have men that are renowned, that are capable, that are steadfast. I mean, extremely steadfast. and you want to honor people like that, it's easy to do what they ask you to do. Because you see that they are doing it themselves. Let's go to Matthew. That's what we had, 23 and 11.
Yes, sir.
We pulled that a while ago.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I want now. Okay.
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 11. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant.
Right. Because if we in here, we one should be serving you all. What we pulled 23 and what was the verse? 11. Yeah. But he that is great among you shall be your servant. It's us. If we're among you, we should be serving you. We ain't getting it twisted. We know. That is our purpose. You should be able to come to us. You should be able to come to us with your concerns and things that you want to learn and things that you want to understand of. You should be able to come to us.
It's hard as hell. It's hard as hell.
Somebody said it's hard as hell, but it shouldn't be. And I'd like to have an answer if it is. That don't make no sense that it be. You should, listen, read that verse again.
But he that is greatest among you.
Us that's at this leadership table, all these officers and myself at this leadership table, that's among you. We're among you. Read on.
Shall be your servant.
We should be serving y'all. If they ain't, we ain't serving y'all, we ain't right. And we damn sure don't need to be sitting up here.
Captain.
Yeah.
Real quick. Wait.
Hold it and hit till it's red, then green.
Okay, real quick.
Real quick, y'all. So he said, did somebody say that it was hard to serve?
No, it was on the mic.
Okay, my
Oh,
bad. But all right. So
Okay.
no, somebody said it's hard as hell.
No, that was on the
Oh, so Mike, you picked the mic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got some good ears.
All right, yeah, I know. That's what I saw there.
Threw me off. I got some
Yeah,
good ears.
too.
So I heard that in the microphone. No, my point is, real quick, can we get okay, I'll pray. Can we get First Maccabees chapter 3? First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 43. Because I just want to go back to something Cap said earlier. He said we were driving around Birmingham and we seen the conditions. Y'all, of course, y'all live here, y'all see the conditions and things. And it's not just here. I'm not trying to get on Birmingham. It's not just here. It's all over. So my question is this the kingdom that y'all want? So what are y'all going to do, or what are we going to do as a nation to better that thing? Read that real quick, Austin.
First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
So that's what we got to do. We got to restore the decayed estate of our people. How are we going to do that? You have to, you like Cap was bringing out all day. You can't hide your talents. Whatever it is, you got talents in the IT. You got talents in the kitchen. You can't be selfish, and you have to be willing to love your people enough to be like, hey, I want to build that thing up. Because if we don't do that, guess what? We're going to continue to live to see the communities that we have right outside these doors. And again, my question to all of y'all, is that the kingdom that y'all want for yourselves? Is that the kingdom that you want for your children? That's the question. No, right? So what are we going to do to change that thing? You cannot hide your talents. If you know how to build, let's build that thing. Can we get Jeremiah, last script, Captain? Jeremiah 29 and verse 5. All right, and this is just an example of things that we have to do.
Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 5. Build ye houses.
Build ye houses. This is just an example. A house needs carpenters, it needs builders, it needs all of these things to be able to build a house. Read on.
And dwell in them.
And dwell in them. Read on.
And plant gardens.
And plant gardens. You need farmers. What else you need? You need seeds. You need all these things. My point is that we need each other to be able to fix the community that we in. If we continue to be selfish, we're going to continue to see the conditions that we see right outside. So that's where Cap is bringing up. That's all I got, Cap.
Let me get 2 Corinthians 16 and 14. Read out this verse 16. And basically feeding off of what Austin Dashawn just brought out, what Cap bringing out. We have to look at ourselves like I always like to say, we live in this life again. So when you look at the churches, Corinth, Galatians, Ephesians, that was us. So we got to get back on that same mindset like we was in the past. Read that, bro.
1 Corinthians.
Second Corinthians. Oh, sorry. 1 Corinthians 16 and 14. I'm sorry.
1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. Let all your things be done with charity.
With love, read on.
I beseech you, brethren.
I beg you, brethren.
Ye know the house of Stephanus, that it is the first fruits of Achaia.
Like y'all the first fruits of Alabama. Like, you know, we just at this point in time it was Achaia. But now we've been removed from our borders, okay? So now the Most High had us come over here to America. Now y'all are the first fruits of Alabama, okay? Read on.
And that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints.
So you got to addict yourself. This got to be your life. This is, you know, we preparing the way for our salvation to rule this earth, you know?
That ye submit yourselves unto such, and to every one that helpeth with us.
Read that part again.
That ye submit yourselves unto such, and to every one that helpeth with us.
Everybody who, the collective help, everybody, this collective body, submit yourselves to them and help each other. Right. That's it.
Hey, real quick, I'll praise to the Most High for that scripture. Hey, go to 1 Corinthians 1 Corinthians 13 and verse 3.
1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor.
So I feed the poor, right? I bestow all my goods to feed the poor. Come on.
And though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
And have not charity, like the officers brought out, it profiteth me nothing. So you got to have that charity. You got to have that willing and want to do. Jump over to chapter 12, chapter 12, verse 12.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12.
Hold on, slow down a little bit. Because it's important for everybody here. Sisters and brothers, y'all are important to the body. We make a nation. Don't never think that, hey, my little service is just minute or it's just, it's nothing. It's insignificant. Don't never think like that. Whatever, like the cap, bring it out. Whatever gift you have. The Most High put something in each and every last one of us. Right. Some type of great qualities we have within ourselves. Sometimes we have to explore it. We have to, get to know it. But it's in us. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find your niche and bring it to the table. That go for you brothers. That go for you sisters. That go for you even teenagers over there. Y'all play an important role. Because don't you know teenagers in the world look at y'all? When y'all out and about with your dress on, with your friends on, it's a strange thing for the teenagers to see you in a dress. It's already strange for a woman, period, to see another woman in a dress all the time. That's a strange sight. And I can imagine how strange it is as a teenager when they wearing booty shorts, they wearing tight spandex, all the above, or none of the above. You know what I'm saying? We royalty. Right. So don't never let nobody try to play you as if you such and such, or she overdressed or whatever. The hell with that. Y'all play an important role to the teenagers. You understand what I'm saying? Find your niche in this truth and help push it. Y'all be with the kids. Y'all got the younger kids growing up, younger daughters growing up looking at y'all teenagers. Everybody watching somebody. Everybody watching somebody. Just like the teenagers watching y'all sisters, y'all got to be in order. The younger little kids is watching you teenagers. So make sure y'all in order. Same thing with the brothers. The same thing on our side. Read.
For as the body is one and hath many members.
See, it's many members. I'm looking at many members right here. It's many members. How many? What they talk about? 100 plus? 100 plus. So that's a lot of members. Read.
And all the members of that one body, being many, are one body. So also is Christ.
So also is Christ. Come on.
For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body.
So we all baptized into one body. We all believe in the black Messiah is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Come on.
Whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit.
Now watch this.
For the body is not one member.
Hold on. Read it again.
For the body is not one member.
Like Cal was bringing out. Hey, we may be sitting up here at the leadership table, but we are not one member. We are not one member. It ain't about us, period, up here. Like you said, it's about you. It's about the people. So it said, read it again.
For the body is not one member.
Come on.
But many.
But many. It takes every last one of these members to make this function. It takes a security team. It takes the sisters in the kitchen getting together. It takes sisters teaching the kids. It takes somebody to help clean up the building. It takes teenagers to do this and do that. It takes brothers to build this, to build that. Whatever your qualities is, it takes everything to make this thing function. Somebody print the flyers out. Somebody got to do this. Somebody got to do that. Somebody got to bring the groceries in. Somebody got to do X, Y, Z. Read.
If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body.
So now the foot saying, look, hey man, my little qualities, I'm just an old foot. I don't think I'm a part of the body. I only do this. I only just give me something simple. What you would think like? I only sweep and clean up. You're right, but you're a part of the body. Read that again.
If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body.
So everybody got to play their position. Whatever you's gifted in, use that. Don't worry, don't be like, well, dang, I ain't this, I ain't the body, I ain't being seen. I'm on just cleaning toilets, I ain't nobody. No, but you're gonna find out later when we finish this, just that the smallest is the most effective. Well, I'm gonna let the scripture speak, because I mess it up. Keep reading.
Is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, were the hearing.
Everybody can't be the eye. Everybody can't be this sister doing that. Everybody can't be this brother doing that. It ain't nobody if it's just one eye. Well, who gonna hear it if somebody coming and knock across my head? I'm just an eyeball. You know what I'm saying? Look this way. And who the hell gonna let me know somebody? Hey, look out! Look out! Well, hell, I ain't got no ears. That's you by yourself. It ain't gonna work, Jack. I need some ears. Go ahead.
If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling?
Come on.
But now hath God set the members, every one of them.
Stop. That's the point. Read that part again.
But now hath God set the members.
And God have set the members. What?
Every one of them in the body.
Stop. So God places these, the hands, the foot, the eye, in the body. God put that in the body. Read.
As it hath pleased him.
Wait a minute. As it has pleased him. Read. That's why you can't don't have no jealousy of the next person gift or spirit, because the Lord put that in that person. You mad because that sister know how to cook some great unleavened bread. You mad at that sister for the Most High blessed her with that spirit. And guess what you should do? Hey sister, hey, hi, shalom, sister, how you doing? Can you help? You know, my Lord said he like that bread. Can you show me that recipe? That's what you should do. That's how you grow as a body. Come on.
And if they were all one member, where were the body?
Come on.
But now are they many members.
It's many members, come on.
Yet but one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee.
The eye can't say I don't have no need of you. Nobody can say in the body, I have no need of you. We need all of each other. We need each other in this body. Come on.
Nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble.
Stop. Look up the word feeble real quick. I want to make sure we all understand. I know sometimes we do, but sometimes when you get the definition, it brings it on home. So look up the word feeble. Because it says, nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. What is the word feeble? Physically weak, as from age or sickness, frail. Weak, weak intellectual, lacking in force, strength, or effectiveness. I like that. So, now read the scripture again.
Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble.
Or seem to be more weak or not efficient or, what was that? Effective. You think that you're not effective, but the Lord said, the members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. Read.
are necessary, and those members of the body which we think to be less honorable,
Which we think to be less honorable. Come on.
upon these we bestow more abundant,
Stop. On these we do what?
bestow more abundant honor.
Just like this common thought in our bodies. Nobody understand our intestinal system like that because we can't see it. We ain't even tripping on it. It might be minute to you, or when you use the bathroom. Everybody know what I mean, right? You got to go take use the bathroom. If that ain't working, if you don't know when to cut off or to release, you jacked up. That's a small member now, but it's very effective. You need that because if you ain't got that working right, Jack, you jacked up. They just, just get you to just, hey, you might think it's nothing. But trust me, when it mess up, you're going to be like, I need this, I love it, I need this number, I need this number right here. Read that again.
And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor.
We're supposed to store more, but that's why I was as a leader, we got to always exhort our brothers. We have to always exhort our sisters. Make sure you do a good job. Like this is one of the most exhort. He will exhort you and you ready to run through the wall. I'll tell you, Kel, get through talk to you. Like, all right, Kel, hey, all right, Kel, you be ready to go. But he really mean what he say because he really exhorts you. Read it again.
And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor. And our uncomely parts have more abundant
You
comeliness.
see that? The uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness, meaning it's more beautiful than we think. All right. That's all right.
Okay, exactly. I appreciate it, officer. Right quick, I just got two more scriptures. Give me Colossians 3, 1 and 2. I got one more. This one. Yeah.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. If ye then be risen with Christ.
If we come in here and we say we Israel, we repent of our sins, we come in here and we try to help the body labor in this love for Christ and do the work of the Most High. Read.
Seek those things which are above.
But that's why we need to seek the things, the treasure that we're trying to maintain, and bringing forth our gifts and our talents in here to help get this work done. Read on.
Where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God.
So he entered into his rest. So we want to make it into our rest. Read on.
Set your affection on things above.
Read on.
Not on things on the earth.
And that's what we was reading about the young man that had all his goods. And he said, it's set things on the earth, but the Most High said, set your affection or your treasures on things above. Go back to we don't want to lose the thought. Go back to Matthew 6 and 20. We'll just read 20 this time.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
This is what we want to do. We want to lay up our treasures in heaven. We want to lay up our gifts. It was given to you by God, so they need to be used by God. That makes sense? Yes, if he gives you something, he gives you something that he made you able to do. But then that's what he was talking about, the eye and the foot a while ago. You have to use that, what you have, or that talent, or that gift. Read on.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
But what?
Where neither thieves do break through nor steal.
So you want to set your affection on things above, not on the things of earth. And so what we was trying to bring out was congregational helps. And officer, y'all got anything?
No, sir.
Officer, you got anything? Okay.
Yeah, real quick, Proverbs 6, because going back to the small members, this is a small member of the earth, but they're very effective, right? And what they're doing because they already understand the mission. How many of y'all do not understand the mission? Raise your hand. It's okay. If you don't understand why you're here, raise your hand. Okay. Read Proverbs 6 and 6.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways.
It says, consider her ways. The ways of an ant. They build. Go ahead.
And be wise.
And be wise. Go ahead.
Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler.
Read it again.
Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler.
So, once you identify the gift you have, okay, we're going to do things all decently in order. Contact the officer, whoever over that office. Now present your gift. Nobody should have to stand over you and prod you to continue the works. Okay? You know what's required of you. Now, if you need instruction, that's one thing. But now if you're in an office and you just, nobody told me to do that, I'm just going, That's not the spirit to be in. It says, consider her ways and be wise. How many of y'all sit there and watch an ant and just saw the ant standing still? I never seen it unless he's something wrong when he's dead. Ants always on the move, right? That's how we got to be. Because when you idle, sin is right there. Sin is prevalent. Read on.
Provide her meat in the summer.
So this ant is forward thinking. It thinks ahead of time. It is proactive, in other words. Go ahead.
And gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
Relax again now. Because that's a spirit that keeps coming back, especially in the wintertime. I mean, I get kind of slothful in the wintertime. Correct that, right? But these things come on us. We're human, right? It's common to man. Go ahead.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
When will thou arise out of that sleep? Go ahead.
Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man.
So when we slack and we don't do the work in here, that's when we're back at square one. So we all understood, we understand the mission. We got to continue to press toward the mark. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all praises. So, hopefully, it was helpful to some of us. Hopefully, understand that, we all do play an important role. That is true. And we all here are part of this congregation. So it is important that we all take part in trying to help the body. So hopefully we was able to get something from that, Lord's will. And again, we're glad to be here. The officers and I, we came down, the water came up, and y'all are special. And we want to be here with y'all this Saturday, Lord's will. Hopefully I get down here many, many more times and come down here and abide with you, to stay with you, to aid you, to support you, to encourage you. So the work goes on. We see it. It's a nice school. It really is. And we want to bring forth the fruit that the Most High called us to do. And we can see that it's a good foundation down here. And so I want y'all to know that be encouraged. Be steadfast. And it's a trial. It's a walk. Some of the scripture said it's a race. We have to run it. It's about endurance. Yes, trials going to come. Temptations going to come. They are going to come. But, it's up to us to continue to endure to the end. That's our plight. That's our way. There's no other way. Just endure, sisters and brothers. And I know we can do it. With that, I say shalom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.